So this is the plan for the finished bathroom space. You can see that I'm initially going to separate out the space, and we're going to have an unfinished storage space over here, and then the bathroom will be over on this side. I may end up moving that wall back in about another foot or so. We'll see, depending on how the framing and space plays out. Plan will be to use this for storage of things like toys, seasonal items, etc. So to put that in, I'll need to install a door on that existing wall, a closet door, and then another door on that existing wall that'll be coming into the bathroom. Plan will be to have a lavatory here, water closet here, shower here, mainly based on where the existing drain lines were that the builder already installed. I do have some existing vent piping, so that's where I'm going to need to put a soffit. The plan will be, hopefully, that soffit aligns with the shower alcove. So here you'll see that on the framing side I'll need to install a new framed wall in front of the existing insulation blanket frame there around the existing drain, waste, and vent piping. And on the electrical side, plan will be to run a new 20 amp circuit from the panel all the way to what you see in the corners, number 1, which will be where the GFCI receptacle is, and then from there run the switch legs over to the switches near the door for each of the 4 fixtures. I'll have main overhead lighting, a couple wall sconces, exhaust fan, and a shower light. For plumbing, I already have 2 existing copper tees in the main supply lines, so the plan is to put shark bite valves onto those and then run PEX to each of the fixtures. The drain lines for the shower and toilet are already installed underneath the slab, so there's nothing to do there. I will need to install a riser and a P-trap underneath the shower drain because that line was buried underneath the concrete, and then I'll also need to run a waste line over to the lavatory and connect into the existing drain, waste, and vent piping. For HVAC, there's not a whole lot to do. I'll have to have an exhaust fan that's going to run exhaust straight between the joist bays all the way to the back of the house. And then I did opt to go ahead and put a supply register in. You're not required to have one, but the supply register is right there, so it's pretty easy to just drop down a little duct. Help keeps the space warm in the winter because it is a basement. So here's kind of my crude drawing of where it'll go. You can see the supply line trunk up there, so I'll run it down to the bottom. I might not put it at the bottom, I might put it further up in the floor. Just depends on what happens when I frame the wall underneath that steel beam and around those existing vent pipings. So like I said, the exhaust fan is going to be here and run straight to the back of the house, and here's the plan for where it will exhaust above the egress window.